It is most important that early on in your learning you learn to manipulate and manage the right mouse button. If I select an entity such as this one and use the right mouse button, up pops this menu. That enables me to copy the symbol if I want, so I can make another copy of it like so, and then right click and finish. Right click, unselect all. So I'm using commands, but I'm getting at them via the right click menu. Let's select that one again and right click and scale. So I can mark a point in the middle, come out near the canopy diameter and either stretch it out to make it a bigger one or stretch it down to make a smaller version of the symbol. I could rotate by clicking and doing that, or again scale, mirror, explode, join, erase. All of these editing commands are all available to you on the right click menu, but there's more. Let's come over here. Let's imagine I was drawing a line and I want to, for some reason I might want to draw like a construction line that's perpendicular to an existing line running at 45 degrees out. I've started the line command. I want to start it at the midpoint of this line here. So I right click and my right click menu gives me snap overrides. It also gives me input coordinates, which we might look at in a moment. But I can say I want to start at the midpoint of that line. Now I have polar on, which sets up a series of angles, so I can track out in that direction, and that will be 45 degrees from the previous line here. It will be 90 degrees to that line at a 45 degree angle. So you can see there's the angle. So if I selected the bird bath and then selected move, and I'm doing all of this from the mouse itself and the right click menu, I'm asked for the start point. This time I don't even have to nominate the center of the circle, but I could with my right click menu, but I can just click on that grip or handle, then right click, snap overrides and pick endpoint, and there the bird bath, unselect all, bird bath is centered. Let's delete. It's midpoint, it's protected from the midpoint of that line. I'm not saying that's a great design feature, but it shows you how you can build on existing geometry and use the right mouse button to great effect. If I said I'm going to draw another line and start here, and then right click and went to input coordinate, I could input the Cartesian coordinates or polar coordinates at that point. I can select which coordinate system I'm going to use. We've had some discussion on that in the notes to this point. We can say polar relative. So we're going to go relative to the last point. Our angle might be 25 degrees, and we're going to draw a line 750 millimeters. 760 will do. So we'll say OK and exit. So I've drawn a line relative to that start point there, precisely at an angle of 25 and a length of 760. I hope you can accept that experimenting with the right mouse button is very easy to miss some of these options, is well worth doing when you're beginning your learning of gCADPlus. It's a very powerful way of working. So I'll move that text and sit it under the newly positioned bird bath.